My name is Sira Boats. Thank you for joining us at Boats Memory Method. I'm a dementia consultant and a daughter of dementia, and we are here to bring you hope on the dementia journey. And today we are going to talk about the foods you eat and the impact on your brain health. Now, I have spoken a lot on this channel about how do we maintain brain health? What are good choices? And we've talked about antioxidants and hydration. But today, I would love to just focus on bad choices and what that does to our brain cells. And you can go look at the other videos that we have. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and there are some other videos that talks about the alternatives, the good things you need to eat. But I think we sometimes neglect to call out our bad choices. And why is it important? Why should we be talking about this? The Bible says our mercies are new every morning. To me, that reflects the fact that we have neurogenesis. It means we get gifted new cells. Every morning when you wake up, your body has regenerated new cells. Your body has scanned itself during sleep to find where is there damage, and your body is working on repairing that, and your body make new cells. This is also true in the brain. Neurogenesis in the brain happens every single day, and you receive new cells every single day. In the morning when you get up, that's your choice. How am I going to take care of these cells today? Are my choices going to support this maturation of these cells, maintaining cell health, or are my choices going to aid the death of these cells? So to me, neurocognitive decline, which can be dementia eventually, neurocognitive decline happens when our neural cells die faster than they are generated. Neural cells die faster when we're not taking care of them versus when we maintain the health of our neural cells, then we will not speed up that neurocognitive decline that we're predisposed to. Now, what causes cell death, you may ask? A lot of that can be found in our food choices. Something that speeds up cell death is glucose. So your cells being unable to process all the glucose that we send their way means that cells can die from glucose overload. So glucose is one thing. Chemicals. Whatever chemicals we inhale, eat, chew, swallow, smoke, drugs we take, those chemicals gets processed and flushed through our bodies, through our cells, including our brains. And if our cells are overwhelmed with these chemicals, our cells will die. Now you ask me, well, I am making good choices. I don't have anything on my diet that can cause that. Let's talk about the kind of foods that you choose every day that may impact your cell health. So we talked about the refined sugars. When we think about sugars, obviously we're going to think about maybe candies. We're going to think about sugary pastries. Maybe we're thinking about treats. We can think about the sugar we add to our drinks, such as coffee or tea. Something like syrup and pancakes comes to mind. Honey, those are refined sugars. But these sugars can actually be hidden as well and not just be out in the open like in your ice cream and in a processed yogurt. Refined sugars also are released in your bloodstream when you eat refined carbohydrates. So refined carbohydrates are your products that are made from white flour or white rice or white bread or those processed pastries. So now we are we're increasing our blood sugar, not only through the sugar that's added to our candies, to our sodas, to our treats, but we're also releasing blood sugar, increasing our blood sugar through these refined carbohydrates that we're eating. So those are two things. It's added sugar and it's refined carbohydrates that you need to watch for. Sugar can also be hidden in any type of processed product. So if you read the fine print on your ketchup, your mustard, your any type of sauces that you may be adding to your foods, such as barbecue sauce, soy sauce, Japanese steak sauce, any type of additional processed sauces that you may be using to flavor your food or to marinate your food has additional sugars in it. Another hidden spot for sugars are in canned food. So when you shop around the periphery of your market and you look at hard natural cheeses and you look at your grocery section where you have fresh vegetables and fruits and you're buying fresh meat from your grocer, those are considered, for the most part, unprocessed or not as much processed as the foods that you find in the aisle. So something like cereals are highly processed. It's unrefined carbohydrates, high in sugars. So anything that you find in the aisles are probably going to have some type of processing involved. With processing, we have chemical release. So let's think about oils. You may think that you're grabbing healthy oils from your supermarket from the shelf for cooking. And maybe you think you're buying olive oil and this is a good choice. But did you know that if it's not extra virgin olive oil or avocado oil or coconut oil, then the closer you get to just olive oil with the absence of the words extra virgin, the more processed that product has become, which means there's a lot of chemicals that's been released within that product, which makes that product less pure and means that you're adding chemicals to your cells that can add in cell death. So you want to do your homework. So for oils, when you're looking at your oil group, for it not to be considered processed and to have low levels of chemicals, you need to look at your extra virgin groups. Those are your good choices. If you want to add some sugar to your diet, which I have a sweet tooth, I have to admit, look for more unrefined options of sugar. Maybe a little drizzle of raw organic honey. Maybe you're looking at agave syrup. Maybe you're looking at turbinado sugar. Again, we have to limit the sugar intake. We cannot binge on even on those considered healthy type of options. When you're considering something like a starch, a carbohydrate, you want to get away from refined. So the more seeds and nuts and the browner the content typically of your baked good, the healthier. And even better if you're baking at home and you know you're making it from a wheat-based flour, then that's a much better option than buying packaged bread in the store, which is loaded with chemicals. Of course, now we have sourdough breads, which sourdough is really good for your gut. And that's a whole different talk we can do just on gut health and how your food choices impact your gut health. Now, the takeaway for today is that the sweeter your diet, the more refined your diet, the less healthy your gut is going to be, because your gut needs a different kind of environment in order to maintain the microbiomes, and the microbiomes support your brain health. So if you can add to your diet more fermented food like kimchi or kombucha is a drink that you can buy, those type of fermentation supports your gut health. But sugars and refined carbohydrates will throw that balance off. Unfortunately, that means drive-through foods are probably not a good choice unless you are going to a store which you know is selling more organic foods that's made on the premises and it doesn't have added sugar and it's not as refined. Then you're probably okay. If you're shopping out of the pre-packaged food sections in your grocery that store, that's probably not a good idea either, because again, that's processed, a lot of chemicals added to keep it fresh, to keep it preserved, and to add to the taste. So today, I hope I have highlighted for you some of the lurking chemicals, sugars, and refined carbohydrates that may be in your foods that you didn't know about. So stock up on lots of healthy water. Shop in the perimeter of your food from fruits, veggies, fresh meats, your hard cheeses. If you want to have some dairy, keep it as organic as possible and try to limit your intake from the aisles and the center of the grocery store. And that is my trick for today. Thank you for following us. Please sign up for our YouTube channel and go to our website where you can find our monthly newsletter, and that's at boatsmemorymethod.com. And you can also check out our new continuing education courses for professionals. See you later.